I'm going to show you inside of this video exactly how to print infinite amount of SMA clients, and there's 3 acquisition models that I still use to this day inside of our agency that's doing about 95K per month. Number 1 is one that nobody wants to speak about and everyone's always looking for. It's the famous SMS blast that you can leverage your time and basically just send out a bunch of SMSs and then get clients to opt back in. Number 2 is paid ads, so that you actually can see how to scale an agency after you hit 10, 20K mark and you feel like you're running an actual agency instead of like a freelance gig. And then number 3 is the classic cold calling, which we always have a system in place for if we need more outbound clients and not only rely on the inbound that's coming in. I'm going to show you that system as well, what to do and how to do. All right, so stay through this entire video. I'm going to show you how to print infinite amount of clients. All right, so this is the SMS blast automation that I have made. Now, do SMS blast at your own precaution. Some people think it's correct and some people think it's not correct. I'm not here to argue that. Just do it at your own precaution, whatever you want to do. What it is basically is you are going to send 100 SMSs a day, and you can increase this number once you hit that cap on Go High level of text sent on that day. It's basically going to drip 100 a day for now and wait on responses. Now, what I've done, I like to split test a lot of stuff. So I split it 4 ways and I try 4 different SMSs. So for example, this is for one of the detailers, right? But hey, I'm reaching out to a few detailers about some car detailing, blah, 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 blah. That's one text, right? We send another one, and another one. So we send 4 variations. And what we are doing when we're splitting it 4 ways is we're sending 25% each way, right? So let's say we send 100, this one's getting 25, this one's getting 25, this one as well, and this one as well. And then we're tracking response rates on every single one. And we can basically split test to know which one will get the higher response. It'll wait for a reply on every single one of them. And what it'll do is it'll go to the same tab here and create or update opportunity. After this, you can create it as in-depth as you personally want, that I'm not going to show you on this video right now. But what you can do is you can create an in-depth where if they respond yes, you send them this. If they respond no, you delete them out of the contact, okay? And then once they respond yes, you can then send another text message again, or what you can do is pick up the phone, call them, and basically book them in, okay? It's really, really good for volume reasons, because you can get to a point where you're sending about like 1,000 to 5K a day and getting a lot of responses. And this indirectly means that you're going to get infinite SMA clients because you're printing meetings, right? Like you're printing meetings on your calendar. And if you can get more meetings on your calendar, what I always say is volume neglects luck. If you can get the volume up, you will make a lot of money. Now do it if you want to do it. What I also forgot to say about the SMS blast is a lot of you guys are going to ask, yeah, but Kieran, where do you get the leads from? Now there's 2 ways of doing it. Is you can go to Fiverr and just buy a lead list basically, or what you can do is scrape the leads yourself from business owners. Now it's however you want to do it, whatever is easiest for you. I think scraping yourself is a little bit better, just so that the quality is a little bit higher, and then you can put them through a software where you can check if their phone numbers work and stuff like this. But you can, if you kind of CBA doing it, you can pay someone on Fiverr or Upwork to get you a 5K to 10K lead list. That's going to cost you around like 20 to 30 bucks anyway. So it won't be that much. Okay. That's basically how the SMS blast system works. Highly recommend if you really want to do it. If you don't want to do it because of other purposes, then don't do it. Now, we don't use this much inside of the agency. We have in the past, but we don't use it at all nearly anymore, purely because I got to a point where I'm scaling a lot on paid ads and I'm not trying to do this, right? And I'm trying to actually create a sustainable agency at this point. But I wanted to show you guys this. Now, if you are a type of beginner or something like that, or kind of at like 5K, something like that, this is very, very good for you if you want to do it. Now, let's go over to the paid ads sequence, where I'm going to show you guys exactly the entire setup of how we get clients. Now, you guys have to understand 2 things. Let me actually draw it out for you. We are making ads. Okay, so we make variations of ads. Those variations of ads can go into 2 ways. It can go into a landing page. Okay, So let's call this LP, where there will be a form on there, or it'll get sent to a lead form. Well, we will call this LF, okay? Or to a lead form. From there, we're basically getting their information to get them to book onto a calendar, okay? Book onto a calendar, 100%, whatever, right? I would just try to do a quick offer, but basically get them to book onto the calendar. And that's the sequence. Now, after that, in between here, we have a bunch of automations, okay, that you're going to have to set up for your own agency so that you're like qualifying these people, getting these people to show up, XYZ. But this is basically the entire strategy that we are using currently inside of the agency to acquire the paid ads. So let me actually show you guys exactly how to set up your own, how to do everything, so that you can start signing a lot of clients. And then I'm also going to show you another thing that we're doing. We're not doing VSLs anymore, but we are doing something that's called a DSL. And I will show that as well. Okay. Perfect. So before I even do anything with these ads, I need to explain to you guys that the cost per lead does not matter whenever you're doing this, okay? Your CPL doesn't matter. Why does it not matter? Your CAC matters, okay? I know that kind of sounds weird, but this is what matters the most. Why? Because your cost to acquire a client needs to be what matters inside of your agency. A lot of people come to me and they go, Kieran, my cost per lead is 15 and that's too high. Well, let me break something to you. Mine is 16 right now. Okay. And we're still scaling with a $16 cost per lead, which is very, very good if you're getting the right acquisition, right? If I sign a deal for anywhere between 200 to 500 bucks, and let's say I close a deal for 1,500 or 3,000, right? If I close them at 500, this means I 3x, okay? 3x. If I close them at this, then that means, if I'm not mistaken, I 6x, okay? I 6x, okay? Boom. This is what you're trying to focus on. You're not trying to focus on this. This is an irrelevant number if you're signing clients. If you are signing clients and you're making money on the front end of a month-to-month contract, this is what should be the most important thing. Not, oh, Kieran, my cost per lead is shit and I have a $20 cost per lead or a $30 cost per lead. No, you don't necessarily care. You only care about how much money you're making. So if you put $1,000 into it and you make 4K out, this is a fucking win. You have to understand that even if you go to the casino and you put all of this shit on black, right? You can only get a 2x. That's it. You can only get a 2x. Okay, yes, if you put 100K into black and then you win, you get 200K. Yes, you're correct. But imagine putting 100K into ads and getting a 5x return. You make 500. You see what I mean? So you have to think like this when running ads, and this is how you're actually going to print when you're signing your deals. Because otherwise, you're going to stay stuck with this mindset of, hey, my cost per lead is shit and I need to have a better cost per lead, blah, 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 blah. When it has no difference, it makes no difference if your cost per lead is 10 or 20. You need to be focusing on your cost per acquisition. So let's actually set up an ad together right now to show you how to set up an ad. What you're going to do is you're going to click create. Shit, I was bugging there. Click leads. And then from here, name it whatever you want to name it. So I'm just going to name it 101 just for now, okay? Campaign budget, this is what I always do. And then you can set your daily budget to whatever you want. Don't necessarily recommend something under $33 a day. That's just kind of the sweet point that I always recommend on starting out. And then you can scale it from there. That's about like 1K a month. Just because, don't ask me why, but I just feel like that's the sweet number. From there, you click next, okay? We always do instant forms until you actually gather enough data to move over to websites. Okay, so where you're just having them book straight on the website, you're just doing instant forms for now. Okay, you attach the Facebook page, you attach everything. From here, you will schedule it. So we're the 29th, 11:32 right now in the morning. What you're going to do is you're going to schedule it for the 30th at midnight. Okay, always schedule it at midnight. And audience advantage campaign budget on. Okay, locations. if you're targeting the entire US or wherever you're targeting, target the entire place. Don't go and do all these other locations. If you're doing the US, you can also do Canada if you want. Just keep in mind the conversion rate is not that good, so you won't necessarily like how much you're getting paid. 1K Canadian dollars, I think is like 600 or something. Okay. No custom audiences, placements, advantage on. Don't go and exclude placements at all. It won't make any sense for you. Don't do that. Please just don't do that. You can also name it whatever you want. Here, whenever I have a new ad, I'll always just name it like ad one. Okay. I'll always name it ad one just because I can then keep track when I'm putting different ads. Okay. From here, you attach it to the Facebook page and an Instagram account, and then you create the form. So after that, let me show you guys the actual form that we have, so I don't have to like recreate the entire thing. But basically, get free quotes now. Okay, license tree removal. What kind of tree service are you looking for? We have every single one in there, so we can have that information. And then we also ask what zip code are you located in, just so that they're a little bit more qualified. And then we don't have that like battle between all of our clients being in the exact same place. Okay, we then ask them their full name, phone number, and email. And then we ask them one more step: get free tree service quotes now. Okay, now this will usually just send them straight to our website to book. Or what we have been testing lately is we've been testing just getting calls from them straight away. Okay, we already have their info and they just call us right away. And when they call us, we pick up the phone because we have an appointment setter so that we can get more leads on the phone so we can book them in with a grandiose offer. Okay, so that's exactly how we do it. And then we also have send us a message if you want more info. So we do both call or message. Okay. Now from there, we actually have to set up the creative, but just to once iterate back to the form on why we don't do maybe like website landing page and stuff like that is when it's blue collared people. So blue collared businesses, when it's like what I've been testing lately is like plumbers, landscapers, like roofers, anything that is in the contracting niche. Okay. The show up rate is always really bad. So if you can get them on the phone, okay, if you can get them on the phone as fast as possible and then book them in as fast as possible, your show up, right? Your show up percent will be way, way higher. Okay, and you can close a client from there with just having a crazy good show up because you're just calling them and having meetings right there and then. Okay, now when you do set up your creative, I'm just gonna do an image ad right now, and I'm just gonna like upload something completely random. Okay. We will usually add like a type of ad that looks like this. Now, this is the wrong format, okay? The format that you want to be doing is a 4x5, okay? That, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 1080 by 1350, okay? That's the format that you want to be doing. And these are the type of ads that we are running as well, where it's just very easy. Tree service, not leads, but estimates. 50K monthly revenue guaranteed, pre-screen tree jobs, not leads. Okay, that's what we're running right now, and it's working really, really good. I always say, when you do creatives for your ads, do pictures first. Okay, why? Why do you do pictures first? Okay, you do pictures first because people are going to judge you right away. Just like you are maybe judging me as you're watching this video. You're like, why does Kieran speak like that? Or why does he look like that? Or why, I don't know, why is his hair like that, right? You're always going to judge on like anything that I say or do. And other people are going to judge you much harder on your videos, okay, or your pictures. So what you're doing is you're first doing pictures to validate. So you're basically validating the offer, okay? You're validating the offer, and you're also validating the funnel or however you're sending them through, okay? This is why you first do pictures to just validate and be like, okay, nice, this works. So you give it a check mark. This works. Now I can optimize, okay? Now I can optimize this into videos, okay? Into VSLs, into DSLs, okay? You can just keep on optimizing this after you do the pictures. This is why I tell everyone, do a picture, validate, so get that check mark. After you validate it, you then move in to videos. Then you move in to websites. Okay, so just sending them straight from the picture all the way to the website, all right? But you have to move in baby steps. If you do too big of a changes, which a lot of people I see do, and then they're like, my system doesn't work anymore. Of course your system doesn't work anymore because you're making too much of changes too fast. So don't do that. Make little changes every single time. So like you're graduating, I think I said that correctly, but you're basically doing that step by step by step by step. Okay, that's how you're going to scale your ads, and that's how you're actually going to make a shit ton of money. Okay, once you do that, you do next. Now, this is kind of the fun part, is your primary text. It's very easy because you can just use AI now and give it a simple prompt. So basically, my offer is, let's say my offer is 50K in extra revenue every single month for 3 service companies. Okay, this is my offer. Make me a Facebook ad copy revolving around this offer. Make sure to target 3 removers and 3 service and 3 servers, business owners, okay? And then you launch it. It's basically going to write you a sick copy and you can copy and paste it. Okay, look, boom, you've done this, and you can then ask it to make you different variations, which I highly recommend you do. You paste it in and you're good. You have a copy. What you want to do is you want to do 3 to 5 different variations. Okay, so here what you want to do is ask ChatGPT to make you different variations. I have a few over here that are already a little bit different, so I'm just going to use these. When it comes to headline, you can also say, can you make me a headline for this using 4 to 5 words? Give me options. Okay, once you've done that, boom, right? Add 50K monthly revenue. You can put this in there. You can go explode your tree business and then add another headline. Okay, you can add some emojis in there as well. Okay, it's all about testing and what does best. Here, as you see, the Advantage Plus, you can apply all of them and it will test all of these at the same time. I always recommend that you test as much as you can, just because when you're putting it into Facebook, Facebook is going to learn. So let's say Meta. Meta is learning from everything that you're giving. So every single word that you give to Meta, every single picture, everything, the AI system is learning from what you're giving it. And then the targeting will be much better because the AI is learning from every single picture and every single word that you put into that system. Okay, and that's how you're gonna basically get good ads. From there, the description, I always go and I put 5 stars, just so that people think that we have 5 stars, which is a good thing to do. And then you click learn more. From there, you go next. You do skip and continue. This one you don't do, and you do done. Okay. From there, you're basically done. You're done. Your entire setup is done, and you basically launch from here. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how we're creating the landing page so that you can see it as well. But when you're testing multiple different ads, what you're just going to do is you're gonna do duplicate, and you're gonna put number of copies. Let's say you're testing 5 ads, you duplicate it, you do 5, and then all you have to do is change the name and change the picture. Okay, and that's all for this side. Now let's get moving to where we're sending them and how we can convert them if you're not doing phone calls. Okay, perfect. So after that, you actually have to send them to a page if you are sending them to a website. And I want to show you guys exactly how a DSL is much better than a VSL. Nobody wants to watch you in your basement speak about how you're going to add 50K to their business. Nobody wants to see it. They're not going to watch the video. They don't care about the video. They don't care about you. So you might as well do a spread slideshow where it looks exactly like this, right? They come on, they read, and they click, and they just keep on reading instead of listening to you speak for fucking 5 minutes. Who's going to do that? No one's going to do that. What you do is you make a slideshow. Once you finish the slideshow, you're going to do share, publish to web. You're going to do an embed, and you're going to take this entire thing. You're going to go back here. You're going to add a custom code, open a code editor, and place it into here. After that, you're going to save it, okay? And it will look exactly like this. So no contracts, no commitments, for tree removal experts only. Unlimited pre-qualified leads get 50,000 in extra monthly revenue. It will look like this, okay? And from here, what they're gonna do is they're just gonna click and it'll bring them through, okay? And they'll read the entire slide on exactly what it is. I'm not gonna show you the entire slide. Be creative with it. Explain your service, explain everything that you do, but that's basically how it looks. After that, you want to put a booking calendar under it. So what you want to do is you want to go over here, add another section. You want to add full width underneath. You want to column it up, and then you want to add your calendar. Okay. And then from here, you add whatever calendar you want to add, and then boom, you have a calendar underneath that. And that's basically how you're going to have this entire kind of system set up. So your ads are going to send them there, and you're going to convert at a much higher pace. Again, to explain this in good terms, your VSL versus your DSL, okay? Your DSL is a 10-page slideshow, okay? That is your DSL. Your VSL is a 5-minute you speaking, okay? Who wants to listen to 5 minutes of you speaking? If you're still watching this video, I'm pretty impressed because your attention span is very good and this is a lot of sauce. But who's going to watch a 5-minute video if they're in the car, they're chopping down trees, they're working in kitchens, they're working on roofs, whatever niche you're in, who's going to watch this? No one's going to watch this. They don't care. But who's going to tap through a 10 slideshow? A lot of people. What's this going to do? It's going to increase your show rate. 1, okay, increase show rate. 2, what it will do is it will increase your close rate, okay? So your close rate will go up. It will increase everything, all right? So start doing DSLs, guys. DSLs is the best thing, okay? So exactly how I set it up is what you're going to set up for running your ads. That's exactly how you run your ads, how you create your landing pages. And now the last thing that you just have to do is make sure that you set up your automations correctly. So whenever you do set up your automations correctly, this is basically how it's going to look, okay? You're going to have a lead form that submits, okay? Oops, I don't know what just happened. You're going to have a lead form that submits, and then from there, you're going to get an internal notification towards yourself that you have a new lead. You're going to send them a text. So whatever text that you want to send them, you're going to wait 24 hours, send another text. You're going to wait 48 hours, send another text. Wait like another 48 hours, send another text, and then you can cancel it out. This is basically for anyone who doesn't book and that you're calling up, okay? After that, you have a booked demo call. This is the most important one. After they book, you want to have an internal notification that you know that they booked a call with you. From there, you're going to send them an SMS to confirm, email plus SMS 6 hours before, email plus SMS, and 1 hour before, email plus reminder. And then I wait and I send the link of the meeting separately. Okay. These are the 2 most important things that you want when running ads so that you can basically print clients to come. Okay. You can make basically 2, 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K with these systems because I'm literally giving you everything away that we do for ourselves. Now, when it does come to cold calls, which we just covered paid ads and we just covered SMS blast as well. When it comes to cold calls, this is a very interesting one. This is all about tonality and all about how good you are at cold calling. But what you can do, and I will make another video on this another day, you can run ads to acquire employees to cold call for you. You can post in groups, you can hire people, you can hire commission-based cold callers. So what we do is we'll try to hire 5 to 10 commission-based cold callers and give them a fat commission if they do. Because this is like as if we were going to pay ads. So let's say your cost per acquisition is 500, right? Like I just said before, and you close deals at 3K. Who cares if you pay your cold caller $500? You don't necessarily care. Don't be stingy with it because then you won't get good cold callers and people won't stay. Imagine someone from a third world country cold calling for you and making $500 every single time you close a deal, and you close like 4 deals a month. He makes like 2K, bro. He's the richest guy in his family. And that's no hate towards third world countries, but it's true. So you're creating them a living while creating yourself a living as well. So don't be stingy about it. That's how we basically run our cold calls, is we hire as many people as possible. We stack an entire team and we give them SOPs on trainings and cold calling scripts and how to cold call and what to do. And we pay them a handsome percentage of the deal coming through because it's free. Like, I'm not necessarily paying for anything on the cold call system, right? I am paying on paid ads and I am paying on SMS blast, but I'm not paying when it comes to cold calls. So keep this in mind when you are doing it. Don't be stingy, get good people, hire 5 to 10 people on a commission basis so that you can start printing with every single system. If you stack as many cold calls a day, you're stacking paid ads like I showed you, you're stacking SMS blasts. Do you really think you can't hit 5 or 3,000 a month or even 20K? Like, it's nearly impossible, bro. It's nearly impossible. You have so much volume. You have so much volume that you can't fail. Okay, you cannot fail. It's not possible. You can't. Okay, because you have so many tries on target. If I gave you 100 meetings and your close percent is 5%, you still close 5 deals at, let's just say 1,000, right? You still make 5K. Okay, even though you're shit at closing, you still make 5K. You still make more than anyone that you know working a normal job. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. It's not rocket science to print. It's not rocket science to make your SMMA work. You just need the right systems in place. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to stack volume as much as physically possible and do as much as possible to get as many clients as possible. So then you can do your service delivery correctly, and then you can just retain clients from that acquisition that you're doing. And if you're doing this, you are printing. You are making so much money, you have no idea. Okay, even if you are shit. Okay, keep this in mind. And if you use this entire system that I just showed you, everything that I just showed you, I guarantee that you're going to make money, and I guarantee you're going to be happy watching this video all the way until the end. Click that link below if you want to work with me. You won't fucking regret it, I promise you. Just click it, book a call with me, and let's see how I can help you. Peace.